for the Tornadoes. Number 4, Quincy Carter. Number 5, L.B. Boyette. Number 10, Carson Evans. Number 12, Jaden Carnes. And number 32, Chauncey Watson. Chauncey Watson is his first personal first team foul.
Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and yours as you are tuning in to our live coverage of your BJU Bruins taking on Brevard College here in the final home game of the first semester of play. Johnny Gamer bringing you the action here as the Bruins taking on the Tornadoes for the second time this season. And our apologies for a little bit of the delay in me getting up here. Again, it is Christmas break for us here at Bob Jones University, so a lot of our student staff already back home with their families, so I was pulling double and triple duty to begin here. But the Tornadoes getting their first bucket of the afternoon. As I said, these two teams familiar with each other, having kicked off the 2022-23 season earlier up in Brevard, North Carolina, with the Bruins coming away with an 86-81 victory in that matchup. And what started well for the Bruins is they began the season at 3-1, but have since dropped back-to-back matchups as they fell to Asbury University and then Johnson and Wales University. Brevard College coming into this one in a little bit of a slump as well, so both teams looking to end this first semester of play on a high note. Bruins will play an exhibition game on on Monday against Gardner-Webb University, a Division I opponent. It'll be a exhibition scrimmage for the Bruins. Of course, that will be available for you on our website. The links to video and live stats will be there as well. Bruins have a 4-3 lead here early on in the first half, as we are about 2.5 minutes into the contest. You heard the starters just moments ago. It's Brian Sims, Henry Blair, Stephon Hughley, Kenny Garrick, and Hayes Brush in the lineup for the Bruins. As this one up off the glass, and Kenny Garrick able to net his first points of the contest. And another turnover. Well, it won't be a turnover. It'll stay the Tornadoes' possession here. Back to the top of the key. This is Boyette with it. Over to Carter. Carter, step back, shot on the way, and we're going to have a timeout called here by Coach Lee Burgess. He's in his 11th season with Brevard as they compete in the USA South and always has a competitive program. This is the 7th meeting between these two programs, and the Bruins have had success against Brevard, but again, in their last matchup, the Bruins going toe-to-toe all the way to the end. That'll bring us to our first timeout of the afternoon. Would like to remind you that you can check out the Bruins website for all the latest information on your BJU Bruins. It's bjubruins.com. There you'll see results of the games, feature stories on players and coaches, and so much more. And again, bjubruins.com. We'll also be looking at the Bruins, particularly coming into this game. One of the question marks for this team was on the defensive side of the ball. Namely, the last two opponents, the Bruins have allowed over 200 points in 2 games. They had a triple-digit loss to Johnson of Wales and a triple-digit loss to Asbury University, and what a play by Brian Sims. That's a spark plug early here in the early goings of this game, as Sims driving to his left, absorbing the contact, and that's just the kind of player he's been for the team this year. Again, we talked about it before. Sims coming in as a transfer this year, just one more year of eligibility, and we have mentioned it time and time again, if you're a fan of the Bruins, just the impact that a transfer can have in the overall makeup of your team, because they come in with that immediate understanding and experience at the college level, which is almost impossible to teach. Coming back the other way, up off the glass, and an easy bucket there for Brevard. Bruins still hold the 9-7 advantage, but again, just talking to some of the Bruins players and coaching staff this week, they know what they need to do defensively. They know they can put up points. I mean, you've seen several times this year the Bruins have success on the offensive end. Where they are having trouble is maintaining their defensive posture and really closing out and making it difficult for other teams to score. Any coach will tell you, any player will tell you, the old mantra of defense wins championships. It is true. You've got to be able to play good defense if you want any kind of consistent success. You can't just hope to outscore everybody. Top of the key. Driving to his right, up and in, is Carson Evans, and he'll tie the game at 9-9. Blair inside to Hughley. Sims back to Hughley. Good give and go, and Hughley will drop it in. Bruins, good rhythm, good sequence so far. Evans to his right again, back to Carter. Now top of the key, poked away briefly, but Brevard keeps it. Now inside and up off the glass and in, and again, just a lapse defensively as the Bruins had a double team up top, the pick and roll, and then not sensing where the roll was going, and it left Jaden Carnes wide open in the key. And that ties the score once again, actually gives Brevard their first lead of the contest at 12-11. Dylan Harris seeing his first action, and we've talked about Dylan and the impact that he's made so far as a freshman. Henry Blair going through the lane, not able to finish in close. Carter pushing it in transition. Tornadoes coming back the other way. Good job by Trevor Brunson, who just came into the game as well, to get his hands up and bat that one away. Still remains Brevard ball. Boyette back to Evans. Evans hands it off to Carter. Now back to Boyette inside. Brunson again with the deflection and steal. Ryan Sims driving through the lane. Left-handed scoop shot on the way is good. And Sims gives the Bruins the lead once again, 13-12. And just over 14 minutes remaining here in the first half. Getting this one off. This one sent into the bench by Henry Blair. Charles Reed had an open opportunity, and that opportunity got closed very quickly as Blair getting those big paws on the ball and sending it into the bench. A couple of substitutions come back in now as there's another three opportunity. And that's Carnes for three, knocking it down. Sims through the lane and was looking for the foul on that one, not going to get it. Tornadoes coming back the other way. Scoop shot on the way, another one by Evans in close. And Brevard has their biggest lead of the contest so far, 17-13. Kenny Garrick. Ace Brush in the corner, back out to Garrick. Swing pass over to Brunson. Thought about a three there for a second. He'll drive inside instead. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Tornadoes swinging it around the perimeter. Evans through the lane, up off the glass, and again, the Tornadoes have done a good job in the early stages of this game on those 1v1 opportunities, getting past that first defender, and unfortunately, the Bruins, just from a help defense perspective, have got to do a lot better job of sensing when a player gets beat. And another three-pointer as interim head coach Tony Miller calling a timeout here to try to stop the bleeding. 22-15. And again, if I'm Coach Miller in this timeout, I would be really stressing to my team the lack of defensive play so far in this game. Again, it is a matter of doing the little things, keeping the hands up, communication, closing out, sensing where the off-ball players are, and then making changes accordingly. Bruins trailing 22-15 early on here. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins, located just off Woodruff Road. Cambria is a brand new hotel offering great amenities. You can book your next stay online, choicehotels.com. Blair in the corner. Little hesitation. Regains his possession. Back to Brunson. Over to Sims. Sims back across to Brush. He'll take the three from the outside, and Hayes Brush knocks it down. Bruins immediately go into more of a full court pressure. As again, they are trying to chip away at this lead. This one lost briefly, but Brevard gets it back. A little bit of a stutter step, and the Bruins bench wanting a travel, and not going to get it that time. 24-18 our score. Brush hands it off to Blair. Back outside Brunson. Again, thought about a three for a second. Wisely pulls it back. Back to Blair now, and Blair will knock down the three. Bruins have had back-to-back threes. But again, got to get some stops defensively, as right now they're just trading baskets. Brush trying to get his hands in there, and good job rotation and switching there on that screen. Back across. Another three from the outside. No good. That time, Karn's not able to knock it down. He'd hit back-to-back threes for the Tornadoes. Blair through the lane, up off the rim, and it rattled. It did everything but drop. But it will be a foul as Blair will go to the line. First foul on Charles Reed. Second team foul for Brevard as we near the midway point of the first half. As I said, Bruins really hoping they can bounce back from those back-to-back losses. But it's been about 10 days since the team has played. They played Friday, Saturday in the Bruins Invitational, and then had about 10 days before being back in action. And there's good and bad in that. Good in the sense of, when you play back-to-back games, of getting that rest. But also, you wonder if there's a little bit of rust coming into this one, and that's a really late whistle. That's going to be on Sims, his first, team fourth.
Garrett Sutherland at the line, shooting two.
Sutherland to the line for his free throw opportunities. That one doesn't go. And the second one, 25-23, as we're under 11 minutes to go here in the opening half. Johnny Gambit bringing you the action today as the Bruins taking on Brevard College. Last home game of first semester. Hughley, turnaround shot. That one blocked, and it's going to stay Bruins possession.
Bruins ball.
And entering the game will be Paris Crawford, and he will replace Quincy Carter. Sims will inbound. Brush, top of the key, trying to find Hughley, and Hughley having trouble securing it. And we're going to have a foul called here on Hughley in the scrum. Hughley trying to get possession and kind of barreled over the defensive player there. So unfortunately, he's going to be credited with the foul, his second. Back to the corner. Driving it around. Again, back to the outside. Evans through the lane. Blocked by Brush. And then Blair now coming away with it. Blair trying to absorb the contact, and Bruins will keep. Actually, it'll go back to Brevard. I may have seen things a little differently there, but just about 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Top of the key, Crawford. Looking at his options now, Sutherland. Back to Crawford, now top of the key to Evans. Or Reed, excuse me. Brush, turnaround hook shot on the way is short. Back come the Tornadoes. And that's going to be a cheap foul there on Henry Blair. Again, that's one of those things where you just got to get back at that point or step in front to slow down. But 9 times out of 10, when you reach that paw across to try to poke the ball out, especially at that angle, you're not going to be successful a large majority of the time. First foul on Blair, 5th team foul for the Bruins. Hughley now back outside. This is White. Good pass the other way. And again, Brevard getting opportunities in close. Another opportunity. And yet, knocking it down after another opportunity is Garrett Sutherland. Brevard has been able to battle back and take the lead, and they have yet to relinquish it for about the last 8 or 9 minutes. Garrick back outside to Brush. Thought about a 3 there for a second, and we're going to have 3 seconds called on Hughley.
Offensive 3-second violation. Tornadoes ball.
Garrick with the rebound. Now he's pushing in transition. Back to Blair. Blair, little hesitation and loses possession once again. Blair has had some possession handling issues today in the early stages, but the Bruins will get it right back after a turnover as the ball is thrown into the bleachers on this near side. Brunson driving to his right, up off the glass. Trevor Brunson with the and one opportunity.
That foul is on number 30, Sly White. That is his first personal 5th team foul.
Opportunity to cut it back to 1. As Brunson knocks it down. 27-26, Sims re-enters the game. And is in for Brunson. Just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Horton, top of the key, hands this one off to Crawford. Tornadoes regroup. Now back to Horton, back to Crawford. Tried the step back. And again, good back and forth as Brush fell down and unfortunately left Crawford wide open underneath the basket. Blair through the lane, his scoop shot up and in. Blair trying to find his rhythm as he's been a little bit slow just from a scoring perspective. Again, he leads the Bruins in scoring average. He dropped 27 in the last matchup between these two teams, and Crawford knocking it down from deep. So Brevard, again, has been able to match the Bruins' offensive output basket for basket so far. 32-28, and a lot of body contact that time. Hayes Brush will go to the line.
That foul is on number 1, Paris Crawford. That's his first.
And the foul on number 1, Paris Crawford, his first, team 6th.
Sub for the Bruins entering the game, number 24, Dylan Harris, replacing number 3, Stephon Hughley.
Brush able to knock it down, 32-30 with just over 7 minutes to go here in half number 1. Bob Jones versus Brevard in the final home game of first semester of play. Of course, be sure to check the Bruins website. Lots of home games in second semester that you'll want to be a part of. And that will be on our website at bjubruins.com. Just look at the basketball schedule.
That foul is on number 4, Hayes Brush. That is his second personal, 6th team foul.
First one is no good from Reed as Brunson re-enters the game.
Number 2, Trevor Brunson, replacing number 4, Hayes Brush.
As Reed for the second one. 33-30 as Sims brings it up the near side. Dylan Harris across to Blair. Floating shot on the way is no good. Back comes Brevard in transition. Horton trying to go through the lane. That one batted out of play. But it'll stay Brevard ball. Crawford. Little hesitation. Shot on the way, no good. Brunson secures the rebound, and he'll bring it up himself. Again, if you've been following the Bruins news of late, Coach Tony Miller has been the assistant for really since the inception of Bruins basketball. And the announcement coming just yesterday that Coach Burton Uwaro was taking a leave of absence to recover from an injury he sustained. So for the interim, Tony Miller will be assuming the head coaching duties, and actually former assistant Keith Champion has been added to the coaching staff as well. And there's no timetable yet on when Coach U will be back on the bench for the Bruins, but certainly our thoughts and prayers are with him at this time and his family. Again, just a difficult situation, and certainly hope Coach will be back on the sideline soon. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make on a daily basis, so make this one that will get you the best rate. Check them out online at fcisc.com. Back in action here, under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Brevard clinging to a slim 33-30 lead. Johnny Gamet bringing into the action, and again, Brevard has done a great job at that sequence that you see right there. Ball goes to one side, movement off the ball, and finding high percentage shots in and around the basket. Again, the Bruins have got to do a better job on the help defense side to be able to try to cut some of that off. 3 from the outside, in and out. Sutherland trying to extend the lead. It's a 5-point advantage for Brevard. Sims trying to get inside to Dylan Harris. Finds him on the block. The freshman trying to go to work. Turn around, and we're going to have a travel. As Harris had gone up, had absorbed a lot of contact, but came down with it. And Hughley will re-enter the game. Jump shot just inside three-point range, no good. Garrett gets the rebound, pushes it in transition, and then just swarmed at the three-point line. Gets it back to Brunson. Corner three. He'll take the pump fake and then shoots a three. No good. Hughley gets the offensive rebound. Hughley going to work on a 1v1. Backs his man down. Turnaround hook shot on the way is no good, but it'll be fouled in the process. And that will send Hughley to the line.
That foul is on number 13, Kevon Horton. That is his first personal 7th team foul. Stephon Hughley at the line, shooting 2. Sub for the Tornadoes, entering the game, number 23, Ryan Smith replacing number 30, Sly White.
(35-31), just over 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Crawford. Three-point shot from Ryan Smith on the outside. And Smith pushes the lead back to 7. Brunson back to Blair. Little hesitation. Back to Garrick. He'll spot up. Three-point shot on the way, and Kenny Garrick able to knock it down. It's one thing about Kenny Garrick. We have seen him and his athleticism. As you see him sky for a rebound there, pushing it in transition. But one thing Kenny has done a great job in this offseason has been his ability to shoot from the outside. Again, it was one of those things that he could take threes in the past, but even he will tell you his percentages weren't great. But you could tell he really has been putting in the work this offseason to be able to have that repertoire of that three-point game as part of his game. Brunson goes up, and this one is going to be no good, but a foul on the way.
That foul is on number 23, Ryan.
That's on Ryan Smith, his first, team 8th. So Bruins will be in the bonus the remainder of the first half. And particularly with the score being what it is, the team is hoping that perhaps some trips to the charity stripe will allow them to get back into this game and perhaps regain the lead. Inside. Through the lane. Turnaround shot on the way is good from Garrett Sutherland. Sims through the lane, up off the glass, and Brian Sims comes right back with a bucket for the Bruins. And man, the speed and athleticism of that guy is... It's tough to stop, but it's fun to watch. 3 from the outside. That rattles the rim, doesn't go. 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Sims coming back the other way again. Scoop shot on the way again, and again that soft touch. Back-to-back baskets for Sims. Makes it a one-possession game once again, 42-40. Through the lane. And good footwork that time by Horton as he is able to get around the defender, up off the glass for 2, back to a 4-point game. 1:32 remaining in this first half. Timeout. Bruins hoping to finish out the first half strong here, as we're a minute and a half away from halftime. Sims, and they're going to call a travel this time.
Traveling violation, Tornadoes ball.
It's Crawford. Back up top to Reed. Driving to his left, and now back up top to Crawford once again. Skip pass over to Horton, back to Crawford. Swing pass, three-point shot on the way is good. And Sutherland knocks it down. Again, that is how this first half has gone. The Tornadoes have done an excellent job of waiting and being patient and getting that high percentage shot. And they've also done a good job of answering short runs by the Bruins with key baskets like that. Cut back to a 5-point game. Sutherland swing pass up top to Reed. Crawford through the lane. Try to go up off the glass and comes away with it. Brush coming back the other way, and he'll throw it down. Makes it a one-possession game, 47-44. Bruins hoping to get a good defensive stop here. Through the lane, turnaround shot on the way. That one was tipped, and Brush loses it. And we're not going to have a foul called here, as Brush wanted it, but not going to get it this time. And so that is how this first half will end. Our score at the break: Brevard College 47 and your BJU Bruins 44. We'll be back in about 15 minutes here on the broadcast, so stay with us. Second half coming up. Second half action about to get underway here as the Bruins trailing 47-44 as we begin the second half. Johnny Gambit bringing you the action here. Bruins hoping to close out first semester with a win. Last home game of first semester for the team. They'll play an exhibition on Monday against Gardner-Webb. But that won't count to the overall standings. Brevard coming back the other way. Reverse layup on the way is no good. But the follow from Jaden Carnes is. And again, going into halftime, Coach Miller and the coaching staff, I would say the big things on the whiteboard for me would be that defensive side as Bruins bounce back. Good offensive rhythm that time as Hughley finds Garrick inside for the bucket. But again, just the Bruins' ability to slow Brevard College. On the defensive side has been really, in my estimation, just the one question mark on their success the last couple of games is just the defensive side of the ball. And again, this is still, this is game 7 for the Bruins this season. It's a long season, and any coach or player will tell you you can't overreact in the first couple of games, but you also can't underreact in terms of what you need to work on. And so I think the Bruins can go into this Christmas break and get some rest and refreshment, but also look at the potential that this team has. Again, offensively, you're seeing a team that consistently has 4 to 5 guys scoring in double figures. So offensively, I feel like little tweaks here and there, and this is going to be a dangerous team come late February, early March. But really that defensive side is where the Bruins are going to rise and fall in their success this season. They've cut it back to a 1-point game, 49-48. As we're a minute and a half into this second half. Good defensive pressure that time by Blair. Brush bringing it back the other way, and the good thought that time for the Bruins offensively. Just the execution was struggling a little bit. Through the lane, up off the glass for 2. Blair drives around, up off the glass, no good. And Hughley and Brush were both there for the offensive rebound, and I think just a little miscommunication as both thought the other was going to secure that rebound. And again, you got to credit Brevard. About 3 minutes into the first half, they were able to battle back from an early deficit and take the lead. And since then, they have been able to keep that upper hand just simply by answering back the Bruins' momentum with key shots. Blair from the corner. Got it! That's a big shot for Henry Blair. Back to a one-possession game, 53-51. To Carter inside. Good backdoor pass that time, finding Carson Evans. And Evans finishes the play in close. Garrick, his soft touch off the glass. And Kenny Garrick having a good game for the Bruins on both sides of the ball. Handing this one off. Three from the outside, and knocking it down is Boyette for Brevard. Lead is back to 5. Tornadoes coming back. A 3-on-1, a foul by Garrick, and an and one.
That foul is on number 33, Kenny
A timeout, Bruins will take one as well. 60-53, about 5 minutes into the second half. Back in action as it will be Boyette going to the line for the last of his free throw opportunities. Gets the and one, and it's an 8-point advantage once again. Bruins have been able to battle back to cut into the lead, but have not been able to get the lead since early on in this game. Boyette for three from the outside, drops another one. And it's an 11-point advantage, 64-53, and Coach Miller calling a timeout, and he is fired up. They had just taken a timeout, and just the defensive effort, and it's one of those things where, again, in the early stages of this season, you have just got to have the effort on the defensive end. And if you don't, you are going to drop a lot of games. And you feel for this team because, again, from the offensive perspective, they've got the ability to put up bunches of points. But there are times where the defense, you just look at it and go, you got to have the effort on the defensive side as well. Dylan Harris on the baseline loses possession. Back comes Brevard. Largest lead of the game so far for them as they have an 11-point advantage. This is Carter. Backdoor pass. No good. And Brush able to get the block. Back to Brunson on the outside.
That foul's on number 10, Carson Evans. It was his third personal, second-team foul.
Yeah, a little bit of a skirmish. But the foul is going to be called on Carson Evans that time. Sims driving through the lane, and I was going to say there was a lot of contact of him going to the basket.
The foul is on number 10, Carson Evans. It is his fourth personal, third-team foul.
Bruins will get it back. That's the fourth foul on Carson Evans. Blair. And we're going to have a jump ball. It'll stay Bruins possession.
Ball, Bruins ball.
Dylan Harris getting the bucket inside. And the foul.
That foul is on number 3, Charles Reed. That is his second personal, fourth team foul.
Harris at the line shooting 1. Blair back outside to Brunson. Thought about a 3 there for a second. Gives it back to Blair for 3, and he'll knock it down. Bruins chipping away at the lead, but again, Brevard has done a good job at keeping the Bruins at bay. Let's see if the Bruins can make a run late and finish this first semester on a high note. Sims muscled off the ball. It's going to be a charge called on Boyette, and that'll give the Bruins the ball back. 5th team foul for Brevard, just the first on Boyette.
Team foul.
Inside to Blair. Rush. Turn around. Floater on the way. No good. Harris gets the offensive rebound. Gets it back again, and we're going to have a foul. And again, with 13:46 remaining in this one, the Bruins are going to be in the bonus from here on out. It'll be 2 shots here, but it'll be at least 1-1 for the remainder of the second half. And if you're the Bruins, again, with the struggles that they've had to regain the lead, when you have free opportunities to shoot from the line, that's going to help. Cut into this lead, 64-60. Back up top to Watson. Boyette inside to Carter, working on Blair. Kicks it back out. Good defensive sequence for the Bruins here. This one through the lane and blocked by Brush. Must have been on the body, because Brush definitely got all ball on that one.
So for the Bruins, entering the game, number 3, Stephon Hewley, replacing number 24, Dylan Harris.
Sims racing back the other way. Blair driving baseline. Henry Blair using the left hand, no good. He gets it back, no good again. Bruins have missed several shots in close. Tornadoes coming back in transition. Boyette to Watson on the outside. 3-pointer, no good. Boyette gets the rebound. His turnaround shot on the way is good this time. Sims inside to Hughley. Stephon Hughley, soft touch on the hook shot. Back to a 6-point game, 12.5 to go. And we're going to have a foul called here.
That foul is on number 21, Brian Sims. That is his second personal, 3rd team foul. LB Boyette at the line, shooting 2.
And I apologize, our score bug is a little bit off there. It should be 69-62, not 52, so we're trying to get that sorted out.
So for the Bruins, entering the game, number 33, Kenny Garrett, replacing number 4, Hayes Brush.
And Hughley able to get it to go.
That foul is on number 4, Quincy Carter. That is his first personal. 7th team foul.
Sims at the line again. Hughley, turnaround shot on the way, no good. Hughley trying to go after it and get it, but unfortunately picks up a foul in the process.
Hughley, that's his 3rd personal, 4th team foul. Sub for the Bruins entering the game number 4, Hayes Brush, replacing number 21, Brian Sims.
Trying to go back inside, and a turnover on Brevard, which has been a rare occurrence in this game. But it gives the Bruins the ball back with just over 10 minutes to go, 70-65. Garrick. Back to Brunson. Thought about a 3 there for a second. Back up top to Brunson. He'll take the 3 this time and splashes it from the outside. Brunson dropping bombs as it's 70-68. That's Charles Reed, top of the key. Hands it off to Carter. Carter, a little hesitation. He'll take the 3 from the outside. Hughley gets the rebound. Under 10 to go. Bruins have an opportunity to tie or take the lead here. Garrick back up to Brunson. Outside to Brush. Brush. Back outside. Brunson for 3 again. Off the back iron, no good. Brevard pushing it in transition. Don't really have the numbers, so Reed will pass it back out, and they'll regroup. Boyette through the lane. That one blocked by Garrick, and the Bruins fans and bench going crazy as Garrick definitely got all ball that time. But I think it had to have maybe been the body. That's all I can surmise, as even Henry Blair talking to the official just saying the Boyette was initiating that contact with the forearm, and Garrick did a great job, despite getting kind of pushed off the ball, of using that left hand to make the block. 71-68 our score. Sims. Little hesitation. That one blocked, going out of bounds. It'll remain Bruins possession. Skip pass ahead, Crawford. And we're going to have a blocking foul on Brush. He did get there a little bit late. And an and one opportunity. And again, you just got to credit Brevard. They have not backed down, especially when the Bruins have started to grab some momentum and battle back into this game. And Brevard has come up with big shot after big shot. Sims through the lane. That one blocked. Tornadoes in transition. Back across. That'll stay Brevard ball. A little hesitation through the lane. Probably should be a travel at that point.
Bruins ball.
And it will go back to the Bruins 75-68, 8.5 to go. Here from the Davis Fieldhouse. That'll be Brush from the outside, no good. And they'll stay Brevard possession.
Browns, Tornadoes ball. Set for the Bruins entering the game, number 23, Henry Blair, replacing number 33, Kenny Garrett.
Bench wanting a travel call on that one. Three on the shot clock, blocked by Brunson. Another opportunity, and it's going to be a foul on Blair. The Bruins just getting beat on the offensive glass.
Blair, that's his second personal, seventh team foul. Charles Green in the line, shooting two. The Bruins entering the game, number 3, Stephon Hughley, replacing number 24, Dylan Harris.
Blair up off the glass, no good.
That foul is on number 30, Sly White. That is his second personal. The Bruins are in the bonus. Henry Blair at the line, shooting two.
Blair able to hit it, so it's back to a 7-point game, 77-70.
Media timeout.
Opportunity from the outside, now inside Charles Reed, now back outside. 3 ball on the way, and Sly White gets into the 3-point scoring mix. It's 80-70 in favor of Brevard. Sims will take the 3 from the outside. That one too strong. Turnaround shot is good. It's 82-70. Blair back to Brush on the outside. Brush driving through the lane, hands it off to Hughley. Hughley trying to go up and is fouled in the process.
That foul is on number 3, Charles Reed. That is his third personal.
The third foul on Reed. And the 19th foul for Brevard. Brevard continuing to make those key shots. Sims is able to make it, and it's going to be an and one opportunity up off the glass.
Media timeout.
And that will be a
That prior foul was on number 15, Garrett Sutherland. That is his first personal.
.10 advantage for Brevard. As we're just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Sims trying to finish at the other end. It is fouled.
That foul is on number 13, Kamar Horton. It's his second personal. The Bruins are in the bonus. Brian Sims in the line, shooting 2. Son for the Bruins entering the game, number 33, Kenny Garrett, replacing number 4, Hayes Brush.
Turnaround shot, no good. Blair back across, that one no good. Three from the outside, Bruins They're able to secure the rebound. Garrick coming back the other way. Garrick through the lane. Up off the glass, no good, but he's fouled.
That foul is on number 4, Quincy Carter. That is his second personal. My apologies. That is on number 3, Charles Reed. That is his 4th personal. Kenny Garrick at the line, shooting 2. Is on number 21, Brian Sims. That is his personal. And the Tornadoes are in the bonus. Devon Horton at the line, shooting 2. Set for the Tornadoes now entering the game, number 12, Jaden Barnes, placing number 3, Sly White.
Another basket for Brevard, 86-77. This one picked off. Tornadoes coming back. Crawford up off the glass for 2. And it's 88-77. Brunson through the lane, up off the glass. He got it to go. And that's going to be a basket by Carter. Pushes the lead back to 11. Just over 3 minutes to go. Bruins have some work to do in the final stages. 90-79 as we hit the late stages of this game. Hughley blocked, but it is going to be a foul on Jaden Carnes.
That foul is on number 12, Jaden Carnes. It is his first personal. The Bruins are in bonus.
Munson coming back in, brush out. Down to the corner to Carter. Little hesitation, drops it in.
Trevor Brunson. That foul is on number 33, Kenny Garrett. That is his third personal. The Tornadoes are in the bonus.
Tornadoes now in the bonus the rest of the way out. Two minutes ago that Sims threw the lane up off the glass for two. Lead cut back to 7 now, 92-85. Across here to Reed. Crawford back outside. Carter will take the three from the outside. No good. Sims pulls down the rebound. Up and no good, but it's going to be a foul called. So that'll send Sims to the line. Still a 7-point deficit to overcome for the Bruins, but
That foul is on number 13, Kevon Horton. That is his third personal. Bruins are in the bonus. Brian Sims at the line shooting two.
let's see if the Bruins can start edging from the charity stripe here as Sims knocks the first down, make it a 6-point game. Still 2 timeouts for the Bruins, and they are going to use one of those timeouts here. 1:19 remaining, a 5-point game. Bruins hoping to battle back. 1:19 remaining. Bruins have a 5-point deficit to overcome. They apply some full court pressure here. Brevard able to get it in. Crawford back across. Horton with it. Boyette back to Carnes now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Boyette has it poked away by Sims. Sims racing ahead in transition. Is not going to be fouled on the play, but came up with a big steal. That'll stay Brevard possession. 41 seconds. Hayes Brush re-entering the game for Henry Blair. Bruins need another stop. Need a lot of pressure up top here as Brevard can drain a whole bunch of clock here. Carter pulls this one back. Through the lane, up off the glass, no good. Sims racing ahead for the Bruins. And there's going to be a foul called there as he goes through the lane. So an opportunity to cut it back to a 1-point game here, as Sims will go to the line for 2 shots. And at that point, if he's able to hit both of these, the Bruins will be down just 3. He's able to hit the first. And the second drops as well. And Coach Miller will call the last timeout for the Bruins. With 19 seconds remaining and a 3-point deficit, 92-89. Bruins are going to need to get a defensive stop here. And again, if I'm the coaching staff, you don't need to foul to stop the clock. You just need to get that steal. You need to come out and you need to pressure the ball and hope you can come away with a steal. And then you don't have any timeouts, so you've got to get the ball to the hands of one of your high percentage 3-point shooters. I would be looking towards, possibly Trevor Brunson, Henry Blair. I'd be trying to get the ball in one of those 2 guys' hands from the 3-point perspective. With the hopes that you would tie the game. But again, all that contingent on the Bruins coming up with a big defensive stop. Brevard able to get it in, and Brunson immediately fouls. So that will be a double bonus here for the Tornadoes. 2 free throws coming up. And Boyette will go to the line for 2. First one is no good. A big missed free throw. Blair back into the game. So you have Sims, Hughley, Brunson, and Blair and Garrick on the floor. They did get the second one, so 93-89. So a 3 doesn't tie the game for you here. Sims racing through the lane, has that one poked away, and going to have to foul here, and they do. That may do it, folks. When poked away, Horton is able to pick it off, and Horton back across, and a layup up and in, and that will definitely do it. Bruins have the turnover late, and that increases the lead to 97-89. And Blair is going to take the three. It's not going to go, and that will be how the final score ends. Our final score here from the Davis Fieldhouse. And they will drop their final home game of first semester as Brevard able to come away with a win 97-89. That's going to do it for us here on the broadcast. I'm Johnny Gamet. Thanks for joining us today. Once again, your final score 97-89. Bruins fall to 3-4 on the season. That's going to do it for us. We'll have the post-game recap for you on our website, as well as our post-game interview with Coach Miller. Thanks for joining us. I'm Johnny Gamet saying God bless and go Bruins.